Hi, I'm Sam, and in this video I'm going to show you how I made these reverse stamped cherry bomb nails. I'm using the Maniology plate M228, and I am a Maniology ambassador, so if you use my code MYSTIC10 you'll get 10% off your order. It had been a long time since I'd done reverse stamping, and this plate got me really excited. So the colors I'm using today are Maniology Jazzercise, which will be the base on 3 nails, and Cherry Bomb, which will be the base on 1 nail. The outline of my stamps will all be in Bam White, and then I will also be using Pine for some of the colored in details as well as those other colors. Let's normalize our polish bottles being a mess. I will also be using a Skin Deep to color in the pinup skin. I'm using 2 stampers for my reverse stamping, the Pueen 35mm. It is my all-time favorite stamper. I'll also be using a couple of the limited edition Maniology Ice Cube stampers, which are a close second to that Pueen stamper for me. So I decided to use white as the outline for all of these stamps in this design. Black would also work, but I was kind of over black when I did this. I like to cover the whole image because then I can be sure that I'll have a crisp outline for the entire thing. I'm using the scraper that came with the yellow stamper. That's just what I had on hand, and this will be going onto the yellow stamper. And there is the cherry outline. When I'm working with reverse stamps or painting regular polish for any reason, I use disposable eyeliner brushes. And the biggest tip I have for this is that you always want to be dabbing down the polish. You don't want to be dragging the polish in any way, because then you will have streaking on your outline. So I'm dabbing down the colored cherry bomb into the individual cherries. I usually get the polish onto my brush from the bottle. That way I'm not like racing time for the polish to dry on a palette. I'm not wasting any of my polish. But the biggest concern there is that you don't want to keep the bottle anywhere that you might knock it over. You saw my polish bottles earlier in the video. I've definitely done it. We've all done it. We've all been there. It's okay, but we try our best to not make that mistake multiple times. I like to flip over the stamper every once in a while just to make sure that I'm filling in all the spots. It's really easy to miss tiny spots, especially near the outline. Skipping ahead a tiny bit here, I wanted to show you a spot where I messed up. So it is kind of easy, especially if you're being a little heavy-handed, to color outside the lines. I realized I made an oops, flipped it over. It's off camera, but I promise it's outside the lines. What I usually do is just use the tip of my fingernail to try to clean up the edge there. And most of the time that doesn't work out all that well. You can fix it up by coloring it in and then adding the outline once that colored in section is dry. In this case, I lined it up with my nail and decided I didn't need that area of the image, so I just left it alone. Okay, this is the first stamp, and we've just been staring at me coloring in cherries for however long, so let's get to something else. I used Pine for coloring in the leaves of the cherries. And when that's done, I'm just going to put the lid on to protect it while it's sitting on my desk. I personally like to make up all of my reverse stamps before even starting my base coat. It allows me to not have to be sitting at my desk for long periods of time. So I prepared 2 stamps for cherry nails, and now I'm going to do the pinup. What I love most about this plate is how many different set ideas I got from it. I also made a Lady Luck set that I'm selling in my shop as a press-on set. I wore it to the casino, and I swear it brought me good luck. Here she is. We have our pinup lady on a set of cherries. So cute. And I used my scraper to pick up the images that came up around it. She's missing a tiny bit of hair on the top, so I'm just taking Bam White and coloring that in. It didn't focus properly, so this is just blurry. Yay! Then I'm going in with Skin Deep, and I'm going to color in her skin. Again, I always flip the stamper over to check to see if I've missed any spots, and in this case, I was missing quite a few near the outline, so I'm just going over it again to make sure I get all those spots. And her skin is done. Next up, filling in the cherries with Cherry Bomb. And again, making sure those edges are nice and clean. Next, I'm using pine to fill in the leaves and stem. Not sure if you could tell, but the end of the leaf is missing the tip, so I made sure to make that as sharp as I could, and then I went in with white behind it to fill in that outline. Took a little bit of finessing to make it look right. Now our pinup is ready to go, covering her up. Now that my stamps are ready, it's time to paint the base coat, which will be Jazzercise and Cherry Bomb. Did that off camera. This is my favorite color, blue. I'm very excited. To get the stamps on, I'm going to use Maniology's sticky base coat. The way this works is that you paint it onto the nail and then you wait about 30 to 45 seconds until it's just tacky. I always do one nail at a time so it's not too dry. I have my cherries ready here, so I'm going to line up the stamp to my nail so I get the image where I want it. And then press straight down onto the nail plate. And we do have some straggly bits from the stamp, so what I typically do is press it down onto the nail to make sure that everything's stuck down onto the nail as I want it. While I was doing this, I actually smudged the nail that you can see here. Very sad times, but it's fine. Top coat will make it go away. I am taking my brush saturated in acetone and cleaning up the edge there. And for the last nail, I only did 4 because my thumb had a French tip on it. Just doing a single stamp that says Cherry Bomb. Got some polka dots I don't want, so again, cleaning that off the stamper with the scraper. Putting that onto the nail with the red base. I always stamp straight down, especially since my nails are curved. I was going to do the pinup on my ring finger next, but it was too far to the edge of the stamp and the cover actually ruined it. I made a new one off camera and I'm going to let it dry while I do the pinky. Start with sticky base coat, lining up the stamp and pressing it straight down. And then the same thing for the pinup nail. I top all of my stamps with Maniology Smudge Free Top Coat. It's a water-based top coat that doesn't streak when you apply it over stamps, but it is not intended to be used as the last coat. It's so nice you can go over spots again and you won't get any streaking. The top coat I like to use to go over my Smudge Free Top Coat is I&M Out the Door. Not all top coats are compatible with Smudge Free Top Coat. I definitely recommend this one. Super fast drying, haven't had any chipping or peeling problems. And here is the set all done. I love it so much, so cute, exactly what I was hoping for. If you have any questions about reverse stamping, please feel free to leave them in the comments. I also hope you consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you for watching.